Faith had joined.
Okay. So I've managed to log in now. So let me just check on the YouTube channel. First I'll go into I've got 2 streams going at the same time. So I'm just checking.
Check the printer settings in Windows.
Just as housekeeping and checking my connections. I knew they'd been hacking into me for 3 hours. Well, longer than that, but I've been trying to sort this out. My brain is fried.
Faith had joined.
They're hacking my phone. Right, the testing one didn't work because they hacked into that software. So I'm multitasking on the stream. Get off my computer. Couldn't believe Will's streaming. Wow. So that works on that one. Will's streaming. Did you see Tiani's stream yesterday? That one works. Did you see Tiani's stream yesterday? That one works. Did you see Tiani's stream yesterday? I have to fresh up again. This bloody infection. I have to fresh up again. These demon attacks during my sleep, I tell you. I've got audio evidence and video. I made that private. Tron-based mind control. I can't show you that because it shows I've got 2 streams showing on this phone. These demon attacks during my sleep, I tell you. I've got audio evidence and video. I made that private. Tron-based mind control. I can't show you that because it shows I've got 2 streams showing on. No. Okay. That shows up. I should mute this. Now we got pink skies. Really? No. Okay. That shows up. Now they're hacking my bloody thing. I'm trying to bloody show a camera. Now we got pink skies. What? Well, they're hacking my phone now, so I can't show you this. No, they're hacking my bloody thing. I'm trying to bloody show a camera. Now we got pink skies. What? Oh, they're hacking my phone now, so I can't show you this. I can't show you on this camera because they're hacking me. Oh, you pricks. Right. Well, they're hacking my bloody phone. They're so desperate. Oh, stuff you lot. I've had enough of these demons today. So I'll call it a day. Oh, yeah, pricks. Refresh it. Well, they're just demonic. They don't give it every monkey. They're so desperate. Bloody hell. Made it in my body. Anyway, what will happen? but I want to get happier all the time. Tell that just that.
Daisy joined.
They can't start hacking this computer. This is it's ridiculous. So desperate. Come on then. Get off my bloody computer. Right. Oh, I'm tired, Tanya. Is still there? Yeah, I'm very, very tired. Yeah. Well, I've been busy trying to sort all this out. Multitasking. Gotta stay. Gotta watch my data plan. And I've got to go and pick up someone else. Yeah, I'm very, very tired. Right. I've ordered the well, I've been busy trying to sort all this out. I've ordered my camping cooker. It's delivered, but not here. So I've got to wash again, like last night. I think it ends up late in the morning here, so I'll set most of the afternoon. Right. I've ordered the I've been busy trying to sort. I've ordered my camping delivered, but not here. It's not the computer, it's the phone. It's not the phone, it's the computer. Tonight, I'll just put up just stop this feedback. So as you can see, I'm streaming on 2 areas. The phone is the one without any graphics, which is on split both end times. And right, so I'll just get that up. So get that down. Let's go into the other one. I'm in that one already. Going to my channel. They wait at me all day. It's minor labs. Right, so the evidence was sleeping. What they did 4 hours ago. No, they just hacked my phone. Stage work to Freemasons.
Faith joined.
No, they keep hacking this phone. Oh, these are demon attacks, Tanya. Right, let's show you this. Skies. Fake bloody BS. Troops deployed to China. Region under attack. Get money out your bank. Oh. What did you say, Tanya? What did you say you just done? Oh, got nothing to lose. A scaremongering. What did you say you done? Right. So I got a notification. They're hacking in my brain. It's killing my head. Right. I just got a notification. Let's have a look. Whoa. Let's have a look. Where's Raccoon? There's a cover. They know it's going to be a financial crash. I really don't give a shite anymore. Right, breaking. Troops deployed to China. What's he saying now? I'm not going to show the video, just the audio. Right.
Okay, everybody, this is pretty bad. Exactly what I said was going to happen yesterday started happening today, and now news is coming out that the United States military is preparing for a potential conflict with China if the Speaker Nancy Pelosi and other delegates go to Taiwan. The USA got caught today in attempting to play two lies at the same time. They're lying to the Taiwanese people that they will back.
Right, it's coming. Troops deployed to China region. Under attack, get money out the bank. Why? Where is the actual story? You can't just quote things. Economic news. There's no links. He's just quoting things again. Keep up the good work. Heads up. Used to work for Northern Pipelines in Canada, crews and Chinese workers. You have nothing to worry about. They could barely stay alive, let alone do any work, and wouldn't leave the lunch trailers. Let's just put going on already. We ain't getting any younger. These are the scaremongering all the bloody time. So, what's your take, Brad, that guy who runs the channel, on the Russia AAT, the oil stopped to Germany and Europe? You can't just have a microphone sit in a car and quote things without links, because anyone could say anything. Is it quoting on mainstream? I would choose a different platform to go for sources of information. Stay prepped up for the coming war. It's a bankers' war. It's always a bloody bankers' war in history. Nothing new. And they're scaremongering. We are collapsing. What I see in Haiti is happening to America and Europe. We are doomed. It's all doom and gloom. Okay, I'm going to cover sidetrack this individual. She was attacked yesterday. On screen showing a video. Screen share. She was getting it. Yeah, they're bashing the back door now, perps.
Eighth joint.
Come on. I'm just gonna go and get the bits of the locker. Hopefully it's the locker. I think they're either blocking my stream or her stream again.
That I had. I don't know how many times. I don't want someone else to come in and hear what it is. But I've got nothing to hide. No names will be mentioned. Only what's in the text. I will be very well. Names will be mentioned if they're in the text message, because I had a stranger send me text messages. I'm not going to read out the number. I'm not going to give the name of the person who says they're from, but I don't know this person, and let's just say they joined in the harassment and bullying and this harassment that I had to report to police. So, yeah, start again. So, so basically, just trying to get something public oh, just a minute. I like to make a point of doing something. I brought along my Farley's rusk. I love my Farley's rusks. And as I said, when I tried to make this video before, it's just, you know, it's just basically to God, was the word I used before? Like my laptop earlier, it just shut down. It just completely just went like that. So even with I could be paranoid.
It's satanic child ritual abuse that she's stumbled across.
What building I was in.
And that's the one that she's getting back into.
This is very serious because it involves people from the truthers, all of this stuff, and the police abusing powers community. So it's really ironic. It's just one infantile, narcissistic playground where basically the people from police abusing powers, they're supposed to be fighting corruption. But if they do something wrong, like they call the MP office, which I live streamed, and one of them allegedly ran the House of Commons, and they were apparently reported to the police, even though this person emailed Dan. Now, Dan is the only person who could have given out my mobile number, someone who he gave me as one of the moderators to my channel. And I got my number, I texted. Other than that, there's no way my mobile phone number. So, infantile behaviour. So it's play baby. We'll play baby. That's what it is. So excuse me, because I'm obviously having a public here. You imagine getting a text, several text messages from a complete stranger in the early hours at 1 o'clock in the morning. That will be one of them. Well done. Unknown number. Unknown number. Do you want to play baby? That's very childish. Very childish. So, this is what they're doing now. So, but yeah, so that's an unknown number ringing, which is what happened last night. So I'll document it. These are people who could be playground. Keep ringing because I'll just ignore it. I find it amusing actually. So view of what a very sad life you have. The thing, you don't have a life. So make a mistake of that. You imagine, as I said, it's gone quiet now. Someone you don't know, whose name I will not mention. So yes, 1:10 in the morning on the 22nd of July, I received.
She's a target individual and she's reliving the trauma. This is the chat. So I won't cover that. But anyway, important things are, I will play this, this one was pointless. I won't play that. I'll go back on my channel. And what I want to have a look at is what the weather can. This is what it quotes. Don't know where it's getting this information from.
Okay, everybody, this is pretty bad. Exactly what I said was going to happen yesterday started happening today, and now news is coming out that the United States military is preparing for a potential conflict with China if the Speaker Nancy Pelosi and other delegates go to Taiwan. The USA got caught today in attempting to play two lies at the same time. They're lying to the Taiwanese people that they will back them in their independence and fully back their sovereignty with a militarily strategic cooperation between the United States of America and the Taiwan military. And then they are lying to the Chinese people, saying that they do not back Taiwan's independence. Taiwan's army, in a major escalation, has fired repeated warning shots at Chinese drones that have penetrated the island's airspace. The Chinese ambassador to the United States of America says that if anyone tries to separate Taiwan from China, if anyone wants to challenge China's bottom line, then the Chinese military will take forceful measures to firmly safeguard national sovereignty and territorial integrity. The U.S. military is making plans now in case the Speaker Pelosi goes to Taiwan. The military is preparing contingency operations, moving ahead of the visitation. If it goes ahead, the military will increase the movement of all forces and assets in the region, including overlapping rings of protection, according to U.S. officials. North Korea's president has said that the country's nuclear deterrence has now been activated. It reported that all of its forces must now prepare for any emergency. China's Wu says that China urges the U.S. military to halt all provocations and to remove itself completely from any discussions with Taiwan. Now the Chinese are releasing statements in the form of Chinese proverbs, and wartime historians all say that this is another escalation in the lead up to a conflict. When the weasel pays respect, China's says its intentions are certainly describes the Pelosi's invitation to Taiwan.
Wow.
The U.S. policy toward Taiwan
Look at the interaction. There's
Taiwan.
Does anybody realise down below?
But it does sell U.S. weapons and military equipment to Taiwan, and it does support the island's ability to send its own delegations to world bodies. Given these recent Chinese aggressions, according to lawmakers, they are saying that it is now time for the United States of America to rethink this formulated response to Taiwan independence. I think it's gotten to the point now, says one lawmaker, where China is such
Stop fucking attacking
Taiwan,
my head.
where we need to revisit.
Yeah, they're beaming their
I don't
frequency
think it
down
should
on
be
me.
ambiguous anymore.
This
I
is
think
my
China
French.
needs to understand that our policy is one to defend and not be ambiguous about it. You see, there is a strategic military agreement between China and the
Every time you weapons that direct energy my bloody mind compensation.
Under a sort of
you know what? Targeting
peace in the
innocent
South China
individuals.
Sea in the Indo-Pacific region. China is reaffirming
So my head
every
just put the bloody
get
number
into
10
an
above me as
altercation in
well.
the United States of America with 911. What do you tell the aggressor? You say, "I'm in fear of my life. Stand back. Please
These
leave.
guys are
I'm in fear of
demonic.
my life and will defend."
Why could this not your natural sunset?
Whether it's the cops or a lawyer or
Everybody's on holiday and being distracted. All this is kicking off.
Whoever it is, they hear you say that you are in fear of your life and you will defend your life.
Look, this is a
That is the same
war. This
thing
is
that
a
is happening
this is
with
a
China. Every time
Luciferian
they are
war.
boasting that they will
This is
militarily
really is.
defend their
And
sovereignty,
she's
their
going
national
for it. Look,
integrity, and
people are
that's
doing
the
their own
same
little
exact
thing.
thing, so that the
But
rest
the
of the
big
world
picture
won't hear the
is
excuses that it was Chinese
They want
aggression
you to
that
buy
started
the
the
land
next World War.
by
And
some.
so it puts the United
Is
States of
Agenda
America into a
2030
really
already
difficult
here?
position
Don't worry
where it
about
can't
it.
move freely against China as it will other countries.
Go and
It
listen
can't
to
move
him and
freely
all.
as it has against the Middle Eastern countries in our past. The U.S. Senator Warren is saying that the rate hikes that are happening are largely unsuccessful in combating inflation. What they're doing instead is hurting you. You see, as they allowed inflation to go out of control, it didn't matter to the top 5 to 10% that their grocery bill was increasing. It didn't matter that they paid an extra couple of $100 on their electrical bill, and it didn't matter that their
it's £1,000 a month, right? That's 12,000. And then all of a sudden, somebody comes along and says, now you've got to take another £6,000. There you go. Also, that's £18,000. Now you're 50 grand. Now you've got 32 grand to pay for your car, pay for your clothes, and all this. Hopefully, because a lot of people can identify what it is or give us an idea what it is.
He's a self-employed plumber. He's wealthy. Owns his own house.
I mean, and if you really want to know how bad it is, just see her at her. She's just about to lose her job. She's going to blow it out. She wanted to do this thing about COVID. Nobody gets COVID. I'm going to save lives. I'm going to shut the country down. Yeah, she shut the country down now. Fucking destroyed the economy. So she not just saved a few lives, she destroyed the lives of hundreds of thousands of diseases. Can't do this, we can't do that. So, you know, it's a trade-off. So, anyway. What is it? What's this new machinery here? What's this? Good, mate. How are you going? What's this bit of machinery you got going here? Is it an elevator or something like that? Is it? Is it? Well, what's this thing? Do you mind if I go past the cones, have a look? What is it? It's dangerous. What is it? Radio detection? Bullshit, mate. What the fuck is this? I don't believe you. I don't believe you, mate. I got a fucking sauce and she come up on my fucking lips and she freaks around here. Oh, well. What? Why don't you fucking go home? Instead of firing fucking energy weapons at fucking public fucking civilians.
Wow.
You fucking goose.
There are energy weapons at people now.
The fuck are you to tell me to go home? Who are you?
Is that
Who are
Australia, New
Who are you?
Zealand?
Who are you? You work for the government, obviously. Report. Who are you? Fucking someone. Radio hazard on the back of the van.
Look at that.
Radiation hazard.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. Glad you can fucking read, you goose. You're an enemy to the fucking public of this country. What's your name, son? Hold your fucking back. You've been smart ass fucking prick. Radiation energy against fucking the public of this country. You're a fucking dog, mate.
Bloody
Then
heck.
we'll recognise you. Yeah, we're nobodies, aren't we? No one sees what we do. Fucking a lot of people do.
It's out in the open now. Look at this.
What guys are here to see me? What?
2 white bands. The
I
gang
know these
stalkers.
guys. How are you, boys?
Unmarked
What's this
vehicles.
radiation? What's this sign? Yeah. I'm not. I'll stay right back. But it's a bit rough, isn't it? And then radiation hazard, and it's all powering out of this van. Where's the number plate on this fucking van?
Yeah, that's true.
No. Not getting no photo. No selfies with me, brother. No selfies with me. Where's your rego plates? Why is your rego plate covered? This is fucking disgrace, mate. Where's your rego? Yeah, well, let me get the rego plate at the front, mate. You hide in the back. What company you work for? Is this your government? Obviously government. Queensland state. Yep.
You've traded fucking cross 2 states to get to us, haven't you, tracking bastard?
Wow.
This is what's happening in Canberra, people, and these are the people that are powering the weapons against us. Fucking rats. Here it is. Who's gonna get cold sauce? Who's gonna get cold sauce tonight? I bet you all are. Your lips are gonna crack. This is disgusting. This is a high-powered energy weapon being used against the Australian people. Come and check it out.
So yeah, we can make of that what we want. What do you make of that?
Well, I don't know what it is. See that picture that Alan was getting really upset about it?
Well, so I can't change it. I can't change it. I can't change it.
Anyway, so if that's what they used it for, do we know? Any ideas?
Well, it could be the 5G, couldn't it? It could be. This is what the people say in the chat room. If you've got any comments on what I've just shown you, I mean, these things is, and when they all clam up, you see, if that was something that was
your energy weapon.
No, they wouldn't perform the way they're performing, like getting in the back of the van and shutting the door and pulling their hats down and going all cagey, would they? If you weren't up to no good, you wouldn't care who was taking your picture. You just wouldn't, would you?
No, you wouldn't. There is another way of looking at it. Try to be objective. None of those people walk around seem worried about it.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah, there is that. But you don't know what they've been told, do you? I mean,
or whether it's been
hang on.
Havana syndrome.
The background, right? Let's hide the background. Show display. Background. It's not coming up with any. I don't know how to do that. Let's have a look. Yeah. Yeah, I can't seem to do. I'm trying show display names, which we've got. It's come up with that for the last few weeks, and I've been trying to change it, but I'm not that technically bloody minded. Let's have a look at banners. Let's see if I can do it through banners. No, I can't. I don't know. I don't know how to get rid of that backing picture.
I want to try that anyway. All right. Okay, well, look, anyway, so let's get back to this. I mean, because unless those people seem to be nonchalantly walking around, the police didn't seem to be too bothered about it.
No.
That's a big objective. Now, if this is a 5G thing and they're testing it out, what they
that's more than 5G.
It's a bit of a point twister because unless somebody get on here and hopefully because a lot of people can identify what it is or give us an idea what it is, then we're going to stop this in the scratching their heads.
Yeah.
I mean, Australia have done some pretty cool things to their population over the last 2 years, 3 years, and it seems to be getting worse and worse. I mean, and if you really want to know how bad it is, just see right over it. She's just about to lose her job, so they're voted out. She wanted to do this thing about COVID, nobody gets COVID. I'm going to say, right, I'm going to shut the country down. Yeah, she shut the country down and fucking destroyed the economy. So she's not just saving new lives, she's destroying the lives of hundreds of thousands of people. Can't do this, can't do that. So, you know, it's a trade-off. So, anyway, let's we're international, okay. I should have worn a tie.
Have you seen what's gone on in the with regards to the drag? I've got to be careful what I say. We're going out on Facebook and YouTube and they get blocked. They got the old, you know, like Danny LaRue's and how they used to dress up and entertain us all. They were good, Danny LaRue and Liberace. They were fabulous. I enjoyed
it. On stage and just like Barry Humphrey.
Yeah.
What they're complaining about is that they got drag queens talking to kids of 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, dressed as women, and talking about things that perhaps parents aren't too happy about. Now, I've got no problem with Dragon Wings. I've known one or two really good ones over a long time, and places like that, where they really go there with the transition. And that's for you to decide. However, these what people are worried about now in America is what they're teaching children about sexuality, about things they don't really need to know when they're young. And it seems to me they're trying to but it is a natural thing for a man and a woman to have a relationship with produce children. Two men can't have it. Two men can't have produce children. Nor can two women. You have to have a man or you have to have a woman. Now, the other day, I was listening to a program and they were talking about this very thing. What's the definition of a woman? Now, it seems to me that most people in the world will say what's the definition of a woman. Rather than women, I'm just children.
Right, whatever that is.
Them in their independence and fully back their sovereignty with a militarily strategic cooperation between the United States of America and the Taiwan military. And then they are lying to the Chinese people, saying that they do not back Taiwan's independence. Taiwan's army, in a major escalation, has fired repeated warning shots at Chinese drones that have penetrated the island's airspace. The Chinese ambassador to the United States of America says that if anyone tries to separate Taiwan from China, if anyone wants to challenge China's bottom line, then the Chinese military will take forceful measures to firmly safeguard national sovereignty and territorial integrity. The U.S. military is making plans now in case the Speaker Pelosi goes to Taiwan. The military is preparing contingency operations, moving ahead of the visitation. If it goes ahead, the military will increase the movement of all forces and assets in the region, including overlapping rings of protection and coordination of U.S. North Korea's president has said that the country's nuclear deterrent has now been activated. It's reported
I keep damaging my laptop, Tommy. Thank God,
China's Blue says that China urges the U.S. military to alter all provocations and to remove itself completely from any discussion with Taiwan. Now the Chinese are releasing statements in the form of Chinese proverbs and wartime to say that this is another escalation in the lead up to a conflict.
Which one? This one.
Right. To the head.
Hold on.
Social outlet says its intentions are certainly not good, which perfectly
is it this one
Republican
you want?
For Pelosi's
Am I sharing?
No.
No. Just do that.
The U.S. policy towards Taiwan is one of strategic
Hold on.
ambiguity, says one representative. Washington does not recognize or advocate
Do you know?
for
Hold
the
on.
Taiwan independence.
Let me show you. There you perps, you're not paid enough. They're going out for their takeaway at 10 o'clock at night. Right. I'm gonna start my other one because they're hacking my phone. They're going out for their takeaway at 10 o'clock at night. This is the one. Can you see it? They are damaging everything I own. Right. Can you see it? This is the one. So you should be able to see it. Jones 5, I think it's called. Okay. So, like you said, take the money out the bank. Oh, I don't have. Oh, my eyes have been radiated. I've got to put my eyes up and on. My chest has been radiated. My head, everything else right now. Like you said, you don't want to go into Wheels channel. Tanya, keep away from Wheels. Did you see it? Right, let me do TI News. You won't believe what he was doing. He was sidetracking everybody. He's going after. Let me see if I got this up right. He was telling a woman vulnerable. I know she's vulnerable. She's jumping from one man to another. I'm just doing this till it comes up. I'm fed up with that. I didn't want to come back and find all this. Him. Keep off with, be careful what you're doing with him, Tanya. But he's scheduling again, and I stream with Diana Kane. Do you know how bad hit my head again? Do you know how bad they bloody well are? He's got another channel he's set up. Right, so this is what he's got up on his Odyssey. I don't get involved between them two. They're both as bad as that. So I don't get involved. There's conquering divide and there's a plan and all situations. And they're attacking. I mean, at the moment, I've had nothing but have to say. Because I know I'll get some BS tomorrow. There's a leopard just down that place. This time I only did my torch. He had hackers on his live stream early hours of the morning. For me, it was anyway. And I couldn't believe how they are big good at computers, right? He goes and meets her, right? Be careful about obviously this one as well. He goes and meets her, has whatever they do together, and then he just whatever really happened, between them both, they've just gone off. It were. And then they're going on both GI or this, right? They're just attacking each other, and it's not helpful. So be careful about that. whatever really going on, there's bigger fish to be concerned about. Okay. So, you're right, Tanya, what you said about getting some cash at the bank. I've only just got enough in there to cover for Monday 2 direct debits, and the rest is going to wait. And they're going to cut off. What's the other one I had? Let's go on this channel to see my history. And I set up this channel, and I couldn't believe the people that was in his live. I didn't comment because I just couldn't believe disgusting words. It was just like YouTube, Google Link is allowing non-Christian content. You know, this is really dark stuff. You know? So, let me go into the history and I might still have it. Get off my bloody ears. I'm being radiated. So, this is what... Do you understand, Diana? This is what I could not believe. Will's new channel. I'm not playing it. I am not playing it. You don't have a new channel and suddenly have 2,000 subscribers. He's a hacker, Tanya, right? He's got people that joined his panel, you know, StreamYard panel, and they were destroying her. What kind of man? I don't care if you're falling out with somebody, would go on the attack. And what kind of bloody YouTube, you know, would go and encourage people that were in Discord and uses, I looked for his Discord channel, couldn't find it. That's Will. Do you understand, Diana? This is really rude stuff. Nobody, whatever your disagreement is, he had all the key hackers from Kiwi Farms that she's been saying about for years. And she turns to drink because she's had years and years of abuse. And he hacked into, Will hacked into her channel stream key. So did she give him consent when they were together? Did she have her computer or phone? Or was it just a verbal permission at the time? She should have covered her tracks. And then didn't do any favours when she's getting triggered, right? And she wants views for her channel. And she's practically naked on YouTube channel. Practically naked? Really? So that's bad representation. From TI News stroke Will. He's got Will's new channel back up. And suddenly he's very good at computers. Look at that. He set that up overnight. Suddenly he's got 2,000 subscribers. See how he is definitely playing off to be the victim. He's not the victim. He's the one that's doing the gaslighting. So gotta be careful. He is the one. There's flooding going on over in America. State of emergency declared. It's not great. I'm tired, Hannah. Anyway.
From China, but it to send its own delegations to world bodies. Given these recent Chinese aggressions, according to lawmakers, they're saying that it is now time for the United States of America to rethink this formulated response to Taiwan independence. I think it's gotten to the point now, one lawmaker, where China is such a threat to Taiwan, where we need to rethink that policy. I don't think it should be ambiguous anymore.
Funding circle. Transform your business with a funding circle.
China needs to understand that our policy is one to defend and not be ambiguous about it. You see, there is a strategic military agreement between China and between Taiwan and the United States of America, and that agreement is that the U.S. will come to the aid of Taiwan under a sort of delegation or need for peace in the South China Sea, in the Indo-Pacific region. China is reaffirming each and every time. It's kind of like if you get into an altercation in the United States of America, and if you happen to be on the phone with 911, what do you tell the aggressor? You say, I'm in fear of my life. Stay leave. I'm in fear of my life and will defend myself. And you repeat this over and over again so that anyone hearing, whether it's the cops or a lawyer or a bystander or somebody on a phone or someone with a video camera, whoever it is, they hear you say that you are in fear of your life and you will defend your life. That is the same thing that is happening with China. Every time they are boasting that they will militarily defend their sovereignty, their national integrity, and that's the same exact thing, so that the rest of the world won't hear the excuses that it was Chinese aggression that's the next world war. And so it puts the United States of America into a little bit of a difficult position where it can't move freely against China as it will other countries. It can't move freely as it has against Middle Eastern countries in our past. The U.S. Senator Warren is saying the rate hikes that are happening are largely unsuccessful in combating inflation. What they're doing instead is hurting you and me. You see, as they allowed inflation to grow out of control, it didn't matter to the top 5-10% that their grocery bill was increasing. It didn't matter that they paid an extra couple of $100 on their electrical bill, and it didn't matter that their third rental cost a little bit more. What mattered to them is that they made more money off the stocks and the shares that had record profits because of those inflationary prices. And so inflation hurt everybody else. And now the rate hikes aren't being the extremely well-to-do. Instead, it's hurting everybody else. The person who applied for a mortgage 1 year ago might have had an $1,100 payment. At best, they have a $1,900 payment right now. And again, that $1,000 or near it matters to the lower 90th percentile, the foundation class especially. Powell says that we are seeing, this is according to the Federal Reserve, real and statistical declines in food consumption. That means the Americans are eating less. Now, some might joke and get a little jovial and say, well, Americans need to eat less, but it doesn't change the fact that the slave masters, the kings and queens, are starving the peasants. That's exactly what is happening. All of the economists who 1 year ago promised that inflation was just transitory, they all unanimously agree right now that we are not in a recession. Let that sink in for a minute. Each one of the economists that 1 year ago said that inflation was just going to last a couple of weeks. They said that inflation was actually better for the economy because it would encourage you to get a second job. Now they say that the economy is stronger than ever because look at the jobs reports and look at how many people have picked up side work. And they also say that we are not in a recession. The spokesperson for the Turkish president is saying that a Turkish military operation in Syria is going to start at any moment, and Turkey will not ask for permission from any state, country, or party to partake in this military operation. This, of course, has the real chance of blowing up beyond Syria's borders. We have seen another additional 2 people identified with Marburg, the disease Marburg. In the family of the first case, 1 has passed away. The outbreak total is still relatively small, but if this gets out of control, you have health representatives saying that it will just be a disaster that our world hasn't seen for hundreds of years since the time of the Black Plague. Russia has threatened a harsh response if the United States of America continues to or increases its Western supply of weapons to the Russian opposition. This is a quote: increasing supplies of Western weapons may force the Russian Federation to take tougher actions, of course, against the United States of America. The U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren says that the Federal Reserve risks triggering a devastating recession against the people. The Federal Reserve's Powell says that it could take now 2.5 years for inflation to even come down to where they want it to be. U.S. natural gas futures are extending their gains up by 10% at last look. Zuckerberg, Facebook's CEO, Meta now CEO, says that we have seen.
I bang the door. It is shoulder strap. I can't because they're trying to strap me.
We seem to have entered a downturn that will have a broad impact on the digital advertising business. I'd say that the situation seems worse than it did a quarter ago. U.S. Army, the Air Force is sending 6 F-22 Raptor jets to Poland. This is to support NATO's air shielding mission in and around that region. These jets will be used against Russia in time. When they are, literally all hell is going to break loose. After noticing Nancy Pelosi's conflict of interest with the CHIPS bill, we talked about this yesterday, how her husband bought millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of NVIDIA shares right before she signed and coined in a CHIPS bill that would send $280 million, $280 billion toward the chip production industry, which sent NVIDIA shares skyrocketing. Now that she has gotten caught there, they sold all of their NVIDIA shares, taking a reported loss of $341,000. This is the first time it is noted that a politician has been caught in open corruption and has responded to pressure rather than denying the fact that they are running a corrupt scheme. Let's be clear about this. Interest rates, according to economists, are not going to fall. They are going to fall on average working people, the same people who rising prices have hurt the most. Once monkeypox is detectable in wastewater, virologists warn, it's game over. Now, monkeypox has been found in wastewater in San Francisco. They say that the problem here is that wastewater is swarming with rodent populations, with rats. It will become endemic in the rat population. It will be spread through rat drop-ins into homes and into daycares and into facilities and stores, and then it will be picked up through a fecal-oral route. So a rat poops, a child picks it up with their hands, they walk across the ground with their hands, they touch their eyes because they're sleepy, they grab a piece of food and put it in their mouth. Now that child can get monkeypox, and then it will be spread through saliva and close form contact with another individual in the home. So all of the people who have said this is just a certain demographic disease, they do not realize disease transmission, virus transmission through saliva or through pus or through a fecal oral route. Once it gets picked up by the rat population, it's game over. Now again, am I afraid of monkeypox? No, absolutely not. Its fatality rate right now is low, but that's because it's in an adult population for the majority. Once it gets into an infant and a child population, you're going to see a fatality rate increase. I don't have young children, but I still have empathy for those that do. You're going to see, a lot of illness and sickness. But my real concern, again, not afraid of it. My real concern is you get chicken pox as a kid, you get shingles as an adult, you get monkeypox as a kid. What are we going to get? Silverback disease as an adult? We just don't know. It's a huge unknown. And how is this disease, coordinating with other changes that have taken place in the body in recent history, other medications, other things that have been implemented in disease response? We have no idea. So I'm just keeping a close and watchful eye, and I hope that you and your family are as well. The Federal Reserve says that the current war that Russia is implementing has put undue stress and extra upward pressure on inflation. It has weighed heavily on global economic growth. They say that until Russia is beaten, according to strategists, we will not see a way out of this economic crisis. The CEO to Shell, who again, they're making record profits while we pay more money at the pump, says that energy markets will remain volatile and tight and high until the year 2023 or beyond. Iraqi protesters have stormed the parliament in the green zone as we see social unrest break out across the world. Shell CEO again says that I see more upsides for oil prices. Big clap on the, big slap on the back for the shareholders there. Pending home sales. These home sales are leading the home recession. They fell 20% in June versus just 1 year ago. Signed contracts for purchased existing home sales dropped 20%. This is the slowest pace since the 2009 through 2011 financial crisis, with the very, very small exception of just 2 months of lockdowns in the U.S. pandemic response. On a monthly basis, pending home sales fell wider than expected at 8.6% in June. So this isn't purchase agreements, signed contracts. This is pending home sales. A Dow Jones survey of economists has predicted just a 1% drop, and it dropped almost 10%. This decline coincides with a sharp jump in mortgage rates. Contract signings to buy a home will continue to tumble as long as mortgage rates remain where they are or climb higher, according to Lawrence Yun, chief economist at NAR. There are indications, they say, that mortgage rates will be high very soon, close to a cyclical high in July. If so, pending contracts are on their way out. Looking ahead, a slowdown in economic activity and a pullback on business investments will lead to a moderation, they hope, in mortgage rate increases. This combined with increasing house supply, we could, they hope, see a better year next year. U.S. aircraft carrier. A group is heading toward Taiwan as we speak. The USS Ronald Reagan and its escorts have left Singapore. They are sailing northeast according to ship tracking data. The deployment is after China warned that it will take strong measures against the USA and it will target U.S. aircraft carriers in the region if they come close. The American aircraft carrier, USS Ronald Reagan, and its strike group, which includes a guided missile destroyer, a guided missile cruiser, they set out from Singapore heading northeast toward the South China Sea. U.S. military has not disclosed its final destination, but the route will bring the carrier group into the Taiwan Strait if it continues in the same direction. Meanwhile, China is building up its aerial strength in the region. We haven't seen a confirmation that Pelosi will, run this scheme in Taiwan, but it is suggested that we will see it soon. Right now, nearly half of Americans are falling deeper into debt as inflation continues to boost cost. Nearly 40% of American consumers cannot put any money away. They're left with zero money at the end of the month. That's according to an analysis of household financial health and readiness by the American Consumer Credit Counseling Agency, while 19% said that they have had to reduce any and all spending. So what's that? We've got 40%, no money left at the end of the month. We've got 19% on top of that, barely any money left. So we've got 60% of all Americans just barely or not at all paying their bills. Some of them putting their bills on credit card debt, making their situation worse. And yet there is audacity in the U.S. administration and in the Federal Reserve to say that everything's okay, the jobs market is fine. Now, I understand why they're doing this. And I understand that they're doing this so that there isn't a lack of confidence, because it would make it worse in the consumer market if there was an acceptance of a recession. Because once you say that word, let me tell you something, people are, they're just driven by very simple, that's why there's that term sheep, right? Because all it takes is a dog or a guy with a cane, and you can train the sheep to do whatever you want. And people in general are very easily trained and maintained. And so if you acknowledge that a recession is happening right now, then you're going to have millions, billions of people around the world say, nope, I'm not going to the movies. No, I'm not going to the restaurant. I'm not buying extra clothes. You can use your backpack from last year. You don't need new shoes. I'm just going to patch up the ones you have. And they hold on to their money. Trust me, that's not what the government wants. You see, the government is run by corporations making money. And so corporations don't make money if you don't spend every dime that you have. You either spend it on product, or they convince you to spend it and hold it in a bank so that a bank can leverage your money in the market, or they convince you to buy stocks, and so that spends your money. How many people are Scrooge McDuck inside of their trailer? Not very many at all. In fact, I just read a story today about a doctor who had a suitcase of like 7 million, maybe it was 1 million, I'm not sure, dollars just sitting there in a suitcase. But what was she doing? Selling, prescription drugs on the side. Not very many people are Scrooge McDucking it inside of their house. Instead, most people are spending all of their money. And as soon as the United States government acknowledges that this is a recession, they would always rather say it in the past. And if they say it in past tense, then it's too late for you to do anything about it. Once they tell you everything's okay now, that recession was bad, it's too late for you to do anything. You can't help your family then. But you have time. Stock your pantry, buy assets, do what you need to do right now to put yourself in position against their vile, evil, and corrupt schemes. Their schemes are to keep you in servitude, willingly putting that yoke around your neck as you clock in every day. I remember Fred Flintstone had that little tablet, right? He would do his little clock in every single day. Their scheme is to keep you working and keep you spending every day. And because people are ignorant sheep, I don't say the person. It's like that Men in Black quote. You know, the person is very intelligent, very smart, but people are stupid. People in general, and so they're easily led astray. We see it happen all over. Look at fashion trends. You can see some of the ugliest, nastiest fashion trends, and people are like, "This is beautiful," and I look at them. I'm like, you know, what's happening with your chromosomes? Because I'd like to find some reason for you behaving like this, or general behavioral mechanisms. I just look at them and I'm like, what is even happening in your head? And so people are easily led, but once the government acknowledges a recession, people start to freak out. They take a little bit of responsibility of self and they say, oh man, things aren't good. What do I need to do to preserve and protect myself? And that's not the position the government wants you in. They want you to rely on 911. They want you to rely on chemical pharmaceuticals, rely on a doctor's visit every year, rely on, dentists. They want you to get those cavities so that you have to go to the dentist. They want you to rely on insurance. They want you to YOLO your life away because then you're a good, dependent servant. I definitely don't want that for you, and I hope that you and your family are, taking into consideration all that you need to in order to be ready. We have a couple of great viewer write-ins here that I'd like to get to today. The first one is from Miguel. Miguel says, what do I do if I face eviction in the next 2 months? I know it is a hard thing to talk about. However, I have to eat my pride and share this with you. What would you do? I do not have any support systems. I lost my job and I can't work the 3 jobs it takes to keep up with my bills. I have $80,000 in credit card availability. That's my first hint, that they want to keep you in debt. Should I just say, to heck with it, and buy a trailer and find out how to pay it later? I have 6 to 8 months worth of food for my family. That's smart. And I do not have the liquidity to pay for a mortgage or rent. What can I do? I'm having problems sleeping. In fact, I find myself thinking about this while I'm showering, while I'm working, when I'm walking my dog. I feel the anxiety kick in full force. This is serious. What would you do? Please help. So there are some options there. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't really give you, your position. But what I can do is say what I would do in that position. I would make sure that my family had some sort of stability and security. If you can go put $80,000 on a credit, on some sort of credit, but you can't pay it, they're just going to take it away. So instead, can you put $5,000 toward a piece of land? You can put that on credit, pay it off quick. Can you put another $3,000 to $5,000 toward a fixer-upper manufactured home or camper? Put that on your piece of land. Now you have 2 assets that you can pay off relatively quick. That would be a better position for me and my family if I was, in that position right now. That's what I would consider doing. I definitely wouldn't get $80,000 worth of debt and not know how to pay it back. I would have a game plan. Alternatively, you can. There's just so many options here. I would just suggest you consider your options and make the best, choice possible. If anyone has any suggestions, please leave them in a comment. You the People, great name, has a question. Brad, what do you think is the real reason why Amazon will stop selling Mylar bags? I'm not sure. I'm sure you won't buy the whole they are used to package drugs bit, as I believe this is part of their reasoning. And I'm sure you know that when one major retailer does something like this, others usually follow. So what do I think the real reason is? I don't think there's any great conspiracy against, being able to Mylar bag your own food, because we can just vacuum seal. There's plenty of other ways that we can preserve food. We can can, vacuum seal. I don't necessarily see that, so I guess I don't have. I know that there's an agenda behind it, but I don't know that it's nefarious. And I think the agenda might just be, other reasons that we're not seeing. Kelly Jost, question. You see, you got to leave the word question first, then I can see it and we can get to it. I want to set up rainwater collection for my garden and for reserve water. Does anyone know how to do this in areas where it freezes a lot during the winter? I'm in zone 5B. It gets pretty cold. How do you keep the collected water from freezing, or is it even possible? So the earth is a great insulator. If you can bury your reserve, your water, then you can keep it from freezing that way. That's one of the ways. But depending on how cold it gets, what's your freeze line? If your freeze line is multiple feet below the ground, then you're in a harder position. If it's that important to you, I would consider insulating the barrels, then dropping them underground, insulating the pipes that go to them, and then maybe even if water is the biggest concern for you, but electricity is a lesser concern, maybe drop an aquarium warmer or something like that inside of there that you can run off of a generator, and then you can thaw out the water or keep it from freezing. You can set up solar water heaters that circulate that water and keep it running through like a glass case that has just black garden hose, on nails. Don't let it crimp, of course, but black garden hose on nails in a glass case. Then you can let you can run a solar pump that's very easy and efficient. You just run it off the sun. It circulates the water through the glass case. Now you have constantly moving, non-freezing water that gets warmed up by the sun when it's available. You can do those types of things, but I would say keep it in the ground if it's if that's a concern of yours. Circulate it, bubble it even, and try to warm it using some sort of solar apparatus. If anyone else has experience in very cold climates, please let us know in the comment box. Guys, I want to thank you for being here with us. We are watching some of the most egregious and disgusting things happen around our planet. We're watching what seems like day after day crisis events that are leading up to a crescendo, and we're just waiting for that hammer to hit the nail. While we're waiting, we have time to get ready. Stock your pantry, practice at the range, learn first aid, talk with family, help people when and where you can. From my family to yours, please stay safe and keep watch. Don't forget our motto. Do your chores, do your prep work, and have fun. This week's Full Spectrum News is brought to us by each one of you, all of our members on Patreon. This month's Patreon is going out a little bit late. We're just wrapping it up now. We had 2 different printouts of pictures returned back with absolute horrible quality. That's what we a year ago would start happening. Reduced quantity, reduced quality, higher prices. We have each one of those things right now. We sent them back twice and said, this is absolutely unacceptable. We've been running with you for 68 months. Get it fixed and send it back.
That's not much.
So the pictures are going out either today or tomorrow. And I want to thank each one of our Patreon members for supporting this channel. If you would like to get survival cards in the mail from us every month, they're waterproof. You can read them that month, throw them in your backpack, throw them in your bug out bag. And then if you're like, hey, this person was exposed to this, what do I do? Hey, how do I do this first aid? How do I do a heart health test? What do I use for alternative toothpaste? How do I bake something from my pantry? You have.
There isn't any link, so let's see what I can find. What's going on with news of China? Let's have a look. So spell. Can't bloody spell. And USA. So I'm getting in news items. China. No, I don't want cinema. Warships in China. US sends nuclear power submarine into South China Sea. Taiwan anti-China drills ramp up as island bear the warmth of Beijing. If a visit goes ahead. Press TV tensions. US carrier. Okay, let's share this screen. So this is a website called Press TV. Today's date. Threats to break ranks with EU over gas plan. Really? Taiwan is red line that US should not meddle with China's expert. Let's have a look. Yes, US-China strike group has returned to South China Sea, racketing up tensions with Beijing. This comes amid a row over Taiwan. Reports of US House Senate Speaker. Why are you doing this? The female, is it? To visit Taiwan have angered China. Beijing says the presence of US warships in South China Sea is a threat to peace and stability in the region. With the President-XI warning Biden not to play with fire on Taiwan. Press TV interviews, I can't pronounce his name, the activist or something. Looks at whether deployment of US carrier strike group is a sign of military confrontation. Why the US is over provoking China, while it is involved in other military activities like in Ukraine. So the Press TV can also access the following information on our website. That's what that implies. This is a video.
Tensions between Beijing and Washington are again on the increase. The U.S. aircraft carrier strike group has returned to the South China Sea. For the planned trip by the U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to Chinese Taipei. Is this a signal that there will be some kind of military confrontation? In this edition of Spotlight, we'll look at why the U.S. is back to China, while it is involved in other militaries like the one in Ukraine. Our guests for this edition of the Spotlight are geopolitical analyst Peter Code, who joins us from Geneva. Australia's activist and commentator Don DeBar.
That's where you can go and have a look. And now Poland, and you break something. All this going on in the world. I have to get not well, what's the news item? Oh, I can't seem to find it now. Oh, here it is. So, if you just took a hearse, it's like force and conversion. Will we protest strongly? If necessary, we'll make a formal veto. Polish Prime Minister says upsetting both a photon mass, the fact that it concerns it, the energy mix being on the mood of so-called let's have a look. So EU's energy ministers approved a non-binding to cut gas consumption amid Russia's move to sharply reduce gas exports to the bloc's members. The plan proposes the members voluntarily reduce gas use by 15% based on a 5-year percentage from all this year to year's March. So it's all electric. They want everyone on the grid, don't they? The electricity. Then Hungary was the only country to vote against him, with Foreign Minister quotes unjustified, useless, unenable, unharmful. So the EU is grappling with the energy crisis caused, they claim, by Russia's previous decisions to cut out the flow of gas supplies to the continent. Now, the decision has apparently been prompted by the bloc's unprecedented sanctions against Russia for over its present military operation in Ukraine. The crisis deepens after Russia's energy giant company, quote so it is, said that Wednesday it would further cut flows through the Nord Stream 1 pipeline to Germany to the fifth of capacity. And on Thursday, today's date, Food and Climate Minister said that Warsaw had already archived a significant reduction in gas consumption. Discussion around the cuts, a compulsory cut necessarily, it goes into specifics on that. I know everyone's in a recession. So EU agrees to cut gas consumption. So you'll be paying more for electricity then? Is that what it's the plan? So what's this article for TV then? Well, no, it's the YouTube channel. No, don't want the YouTube channel right now. So Tuesday just gone. Natural gas. Oh gosh. European Union members, including England, have agreed to reduce the gas consumption. Energy crisis deepens. And that's because of Russia's decision to tighten the squeeze of the flow. So the energy ministers approved a plan. Majority vote in Brussels on Tuesday. Hungary was the only country not to, which asked member states a voluntary use by 15% on a 5-yearly average from August this year, which is next month, to next March. So you need to get your old-fashioned blankets out and look at old ways of heat. You know, look at way electricity then. Check your other than I put new pumps in for electric heating. I've heard about Agenda 2030. I've read a document somewhere about that for England. I'm not sure precise details at the moment on it. Is that the plan for the 2045? Every home in England has those electrically literally monitoring everything by electricity. Is it? Energy, and this is why it's on. So it's a voluntary. So who from England, public servant, had agreed within the European market, European corporations, to cut the people's who are paying for the use of gas, electric, for the energy supply company, to cut it, you know? So how they're going to feed, you know, the food costs rising of all that on top. So this article goes into this a bit more, just briefly. Aren't they got to deal with Saudi Arabia as well now, Russia? It goes on about it a bit more. The EU energy public servant quotes who it is. Let's have a look. Gas prices. I mean, why do not pay anything then? Don't pay these increases to these big companies. If they're going to restrict your use to help you eat your home and food, and if you've got family, they don't give a shite. Oh, the world is upside down. I think people are too smart to wise up going on. But anyway, that's just me. sort of shit. Yeah, we can't keep warm here. Yes, they are closing down all power here by 28. What? Tanya? What the hell? By 2028? What power stations is that? Or is that electric generated power stations? How does it work in your area? Bloody hell. It's like my late mum taught me. This is what I was looking at, you see, those. To be honest, I can't be bothered. I'd rather just the road and get a takeaway. No, I have to go down and wash my face and get those items out the bloody thing because I'm going to be too knackered tomorrow. You know, like Venus. Oh, the amount of radiation we go through. Oh, right. Or coal plants. I mean, surely that is what is more efficient. Surely coal plants, like my late mum used to use, kept us warm in the Irish fires. I remember that in Cornwall. Yeah, so we can't keep warm. All coal plants, coal power plants. That surely is the cheapest option. I'm no expert in none of this, by the way. I just thought, from my experience as a kid growing up, surely that was cheaper to get a coal and put it in your open fire. I don't think what I've ordered or the radius. I mean, I'll just wash my face and give up and tell you I've had enough of this shit. Tired. Takes me out of me. I have to wear my torch, my little red torch. Oh, I don't give a shit. Excuse my French. We get radiated, right? So they're using lights to radiate us. Beams, direct energy. They have all this advanced technology and they can't get things right in the ground. And they call this Agenda 2030 or sustainability. And it's much more advanced, isn't it? So, yeah, it's electrical. I've saved £60, right? Not a lot. But the two items I got depend on the condition. I haven't even checked them. I'm tired, just too tired. I have to force myself to get up and just get down out there. It's bloody going down a hill and up a hill again. It's just my head in. The shops are not open. I can't just leave it till tomorrow in the day because you know what they're like. The bombardment of the house has set you up with something else going on. And then your body knacking it, so you won't be able to do anything. It's Thursday night over here in England. I didn't get any hardly sleep, so I was out to sleep all day best I could. And there's no point in like I tried to crash in the maintenance today. I was so off of thing being radiated. I took some cash back out, went to have a coffee, was there for 4 hours, got home, my blood. the perps at number 7. They've had 4 blokes in there during the night. One was using their bedroom. The lights were on. They never normally use that, but they've got to clear that. Reptilian shapes, shifting demons. I've got to do my teeth and wash my face. So I'm going to put some, I think what I'm going to do, just put some affirmation, uplifting, positive, healing music on in the background, scripture version, just to try and get these this frequency make me tired. It's not ideal going out this time of night. I can't go down the hill and try and get back up the hill again. The wheelchair, the battery just takes it out, just wears it out. What do I get? So the items I got won't be that big, so I'm going to put my wheelchair charger in my bag, in my secure bag, and then see if I can get up the hill slowly to the bank. I don't think I'll be able to do that in the wheelchair because it's hill and around the corner. Point where the place is open 24 hours. I can give it a go because I just don't feel like going out anywhere for a few days after. I haven't got my burger bag. It's 2 items. Trouble is with the home invasion, so I have to have it with me. I don't know how to use the locks, the door lock, the two locks. I'm just too new. I really need to get the gold. That golden silver drops are wasting my effing energy going and trying to find that. And I've got it's really not. So anyway, Mo said, "Oh, round here you cannot use what I brought. How the hell am I going to use it? Got it as a backup plan because anything, these pups, these demons, anything's going to kick off, isn't it? Especially over here in England." Oh, there's all this happening in China. So somebody said the CIA in America is going to stage an event where that American, do you call it, is it a Senate Speaker? House of Speaker or something, I don't know what it's called, political. And they're going to stage a false event of some kind. I heard that somebody may try and blow up the bloody plane she's on and then blame it on Russia or China or something like that. I'm not quite sure which one it was because there's so much going. And then that will bring in the European Union member states into the Third World War. Well, you know what that will do then? It will definitely crash the monetary system. And that will create even more civil unrest. I think people are too smart though, because I think, generally speaking, without in that subject, people realise the first things first is food on their table. You see, what gets me is all holidaying. I can't have a bloody holiday. Out to the beach and all that stuff all the time, right? Meant to be UK. Well, how they pay for it? And this guy yesterday said, I'm going away for 2 weeks. And it cost us are not back on the train. The train fares that's 120 quid for a couple of nights. Well, he's got 120 quid for a hotel. Let alone the hike, because I said, how much do they charge now? That's the point. Let me see. Disabled people can't have an holiday. So, especially when you're targeted. Not that I want to anymore, the way the skies are. You have to be so streetwise these days anyway. So let me see. The guy's talking anyway. They are trying to tell us to be careful with our power. We have had heaps of coal here, and they will be sending what? What? You what, Tanya? They're sending it to China when you need it over in your own country. Oh my God. And then they're telling you guys over there to be careful with your power. I bet you are streets. I bet you are stressed out about your water. Oh, for God's sake, I am too pissed off with it all. They haven't mentioned it properly, and I know what they've got planned. This is why I'm so pissed off with it all. And I just feel like getting all my cash I got and blowing it. I just had enough. But I can't do that. This is why I'm getting really tired. So I need to freshen my face up without talking anymore right now, because I'm getting I'm just yup. Talk. Ain't getting nowhere. I'd rather get out and get that shite stuff I need. And we have to learn how to make do, right? Without the use. I just what? Anybody used to be a Girls Guide, a Boys Brigade. Let me put something on in the background, Tanya, because I'm absolutely had enough of this. I can't bloody do this. These elites are just demonic. I've got to turn my Wi-Fi off. Not right now, though. So far, 11. Over in here, anyway. I'm tired. I've slept, but that radiating me. It's making me tired. Shall I sing a song? I'm not very good. Right. Tension between. Oh, here we go again. Australian news is this. Tension between the United States and China. Let's put something positive on. Can we find anything positive? And they've got a heat drought over in America. Okay. The spiritual truth on high. I think let's put that on. Need something positive. Give me power, give me strength, give me sunshine, and give us power.
Hello guys, it's David Lose again, and well, I'm still here in this beautiful state of Alabama, hoping you're having a wonderful day.
No.
Well, friends, we were talking about health. Of course, I know what the present world is and what they're doing and all the propaganda. And, you know, when anybody has any pain or any problems or they
The holy
friends, David Lewis here. Well, it's such a beautiful day here today where I am in Alabama.
Good luck.
I hope it's beautiful where you are.
Healing, peaceful music. Okay, I'm going to be positive, Tanya. I'm going to try and keep going. Because we are the ones. And you know, you right. Beat me up, Scotty. If I put any money in the bank, it's not going to be. It's going to be pointless. I'll save the cash, like you said. Let me tell you to be careful with. Yeah, I am so. Thank you. I am so. What my screen showing for? Let's see if there's any weather cam I can show. I don't know what the temperature is like. Let's just check it. I need to take. I don't drink coffee, but I need something for energy. It's no wonder I feel like the temperature's all over the bloody place in England. 22 degrees right now. No, it's 17. It's going to warm up sunny through the day, and I'm exhausted all the time. It's going to rain Saturday. You know what it's like. Saturday to Monday. They give any BS on my plate tomorrow. That's why I need to get it to now this evening. I don't like going out in the situation. I always send alleged drug dealers in place while it's only been 24 hours, right? And they always put £2 a bit on their machines. It's all mind control. And I'm going in with £20. 20 quid. Because I'm knackered. I'll go there, 20 quid, and it's like, and then I might win 20 quid on top. And it's like, before I know it, it's like, I'm being radiated in my wheelchair. I'm in excruciating pain, right? That's why I'm so tired. I'm excruciating pain. And I'm like, sitting there, and it's like, I'm getting in. And then I'm seeing bloody idiots screaming at each other on different streams. What the heck is wrong with the world? They're meant to be target individuals, and they're screaming at each other and showing their wares, and they're just disregarding of the genuine people who are tortured unconsensually. And my brain, my mind, my soul was, I can't listen to stuff like that because it just eats away. These are narcissist people, you know. The times we're in, Tanya, anyone hearing this part, no matter what your faults are, you know, nobody's consented to be part of this mess. Doesn't matter what walk of life you're from. So all those people participating in gang stalking, you're going to be out for job soon. When there's unless they pay you by crypto, there wasn't going to be any left. And tomorrow I need my hair washed, and I don't know. I just anyway, weather comes, and then I'll just get this way. Oh, before I go, just go and watch his channel. It's very helpful to know the future. If there's going to be one left. And if it is, it's going to be all digitalisation. I keep damaging my computer and I can't afford a new one. Oh. Okay. Excuse me. Homepage. This is really helpful. I'm telling you, we see this and never knows it. Right? We know what we're going through. It's ahead of its times. All this stuff I've been finding is years old, but it's all now. We're all now experiencing this. It is Nicholas Zodiac. So important. The top, they're just hacking on it. This is our brain. Can you hear me now? The elites are age of great work. The shape I'm in. Lucifer, cast you out. Lucifer through the looking glass. These are all the videos. The cane, the train. These demonic entities creating all the mess world are the demonic entities. The angels, the fallen ones, the demon ones. And I'm not able to do not they do to us, Lord. This is really a page. My name is Cain, tribal Cain, on the fallen. So, excellent website. One of the best, apart from the one I'm streaming, is to really find resource. The rulers of the world want you to believe the technology in our present day is all new and never been seen before. But in reality, it has before and destroyed. Look at this. So I play this background, but not on my during the blackest night of it. Black Hand reveals that we must be moved out of the way in order for the universe to be at peace. Now go read Ephesians chapter 2 verses 3. Let no man deceive you, but that day of sin be revealed, the Son of that word I can't pronounce. For the secret power of lawlessness is already at work, but the one who knows holds it back will continue to do so till he's taken out the way. A threat no one was prepared for. Red and black satanic control symbolism. Both a doorway and discern symbolism. I have men at my back, and you stand alone and you find me. Noah. Noah accident that in the movie Noah, tribal clan survives the flood by hiding in the ark, telling you something about the days of Noah and symbolism. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days and after. Nephilim related videos on his website. Transhumanism, host in hell. How to count the mark of the beast, Freemasonry, fallen angels, lies coming undone. Music. There you go. Cool.
On the next one. Bye.
No one got any money yet, Miss True Tanya. Oh look, 11 views. Just for a go for my protection, they are monitoring what I'm doing. Only you were chatting, Tanya. And look how they monitor.